The Longview Economic Development Corporation, LEADCO, exists to diversify and expand the economy of Longview and provide the highest level of job opportunities and quality of life to Longview residents. We can help your business with the site selection process. Our trained, professional staff has extensive experience assisting businesses find suitable sites and buildings to meet the needs of their growing establishments and their customers. These expansions stimulate our economy with new investment and new jobs. For more information about LEADCO and what we do for Longview, please visit us on the web at longviewusa.com.
The Kilgore College Small Business Development Center provides potential and existing business owners with the practical assistance needed to survive, grow, and prosper. We offer free, confidential, individual business counseling for small businesses involved in the retail, service, manufacturing, and wholesale industries, and just for those wanting to explore starting a business. Areas include business feasibility and startup planning, business plan preparation, financial management, and general management strategies. We also assist with SBA loans and conventional loans. To schedule your free appointment, please call.
When we left off, we were discussing the differences between volume and price-driven companies. And as this chart shows, we were talking about the market itself and how you are positioned in the marketplace. We saw that we had low-priced competitors that were around the $50 range, whether that be for the product or the service that we have. We also noticed there were people offering similar products and services to us at about $130 range. So what we have now are the low-priced competitors in our marketplace that charge about $50. We have the high-priced competitors in our area that charge about $130. All right, the key to really being successful is to take this chart and take it one step further and to divide up these different quadrants. If I take $130, which is the high, subtract the 50 from it, which is the low, then I get $80. That's the difference between the high and the low. And if I divide that, of course, $80 by 4, I get the value of each quadrant. So that's typically called the spread in the business world. So whenever we're talking about the spread in this case, the spread is $20, the $80 difference divided by 4. So if you notice now, we've developed our quadrant and we notice that we have D companies that have been defined as those companies that charge between $50 and $70 for the product or service that they offer. We also have C companies that charge between $70 and $90 for the product or service that they offer. We also have B companies that sell their products between $90 and $110 for the products or service that they offer. And then we have those A companies that sell their product for $110 to $130 for the product or service that they offer. So now what we've developed is a lesson in our market. We do see in our market that there are 4 kinds of businesses that perhaps compete with us. We have D companies that have a certain price range. We have C companies that have a certain price range. We have B companies that have a price range. And we have A companies that have a particular price range. So the key is, once again, is my product going to be volume sensitive or is it going to be price sensitive? For the majority of companies that are in existence and the majority of companies that are just starting out, most companies tend to be price sensitive. The reason they're price sensitive is because they have really got to develop a pricing strategy for their market, get the product on the market. Then, if the product succeeds, of course, then they can think about being more volume driven. But for right now, our focus is going to have to be on being price sensitive. So let's take a look here. We notice that the D companies and the C companies are low-priced competitors. They're really low-priced companies, and typically anything anything that's in the D or C category are typically volume-driven businesses. Anything in the B and the A category is a price-driven business. That's what's key. Now, if we were to position ourselves here, we might notice that this particular example shows that a company positions itself at about the 85 mark. So maybe that's exactly where your company is right now in relationship to your particular market. So once you put yourself into this quadrant, you'll now see that Are you a D company? Are you a C company? Are you a B company? Are you an A company? So this is where you are positioned right this second. So really, maybe you're not making the kind of monies that you want to make because, once again, you don't have a volume-driven product, but you're actually in the C area, which is a volume-driven quadrant. So that means you're out of place. You're trying to sell something that is not going to be very competitive in the marketplace. So the idea would be, particularly with price-sensitive companies, which you probably are, if you're going to get started you will be, that you need to be over in that B and A quadrant. What we really tend to find in the marketplace today is that those companies that position themselves probably in about the B quadrant or higher tend to make the most profit for the dollar. So let's also look at this another way. Whenever we're moving up from 85 to 100, we go from the C quadrant, which is typically volume-driven, to the B quadrant, which is price-driven. The second thing as well is that we deal with a totally different type of customer. Not only does this quadrant represent the businesses that are present in your marketplace, they also represent the types of customers. If you think about it, D customers, those customers that want to pay somewhere between $50 and $70 for the product or service, those particular customers who want to pay that typically seek out and find those D companies that offer that. And then so not only do these quadrants define the businesses, they're also going to define the type of people that you're going to be dealing with. So the question is, if I'm going to have a product that is low priced, I'm probably not going to make a lot of money off that particular product, so I've got to be volume driven. I have got to sell a lot of those products to those D and C customers because perhaps I'm a D or C business. For most companies, we need to be more in the BA range, and we need to be able to focus our efforts on providing those products and services that are more price sensitive for the customers. In summary, what we've seen here is that we've been able to focus on our market. We've been able to establish a quadrant for our market that defines both customers and businesses. We can also see our relationship in our marketplace. This is the kind of thing that you need to do for maybe each of your products that you offer. You may offer 2 or 3 different kinds of products, and what you may find is that your relationship to the market could be totally different. You may have a C product, you might have a B product, you might have a D product. The key is you need to define exactly where you're priced within those different quadrants to make sure that you're competitive in your marketplace.